So today we will just take an example of calculation of 8-bit or 8-point DFT calculation using Radix 2 DIT algorithm. Okay, so assume that the given x of n. So the given x of n has 8 samples, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 4 ones. Okay, so you have to compute 8-point DFT of this sequence, 8-point sequence using DIT algorithm or DIT FFT algorithm. DIT FFT algorithm. Okay. So in the previous sessions we have seen the calculation of 4-point DFTs. Okay. So there, as n is equal to 4, the number of stages required were 2 stages. Now here n is equal to 8. N is equal to 8. So therefore it is equal to 2 to the power of 3. So you can compare this as r to the power of m. So therefore m is equal to 3. So this requires now 3 stages of calculation. So even while deriving the algorithm also, we have derived it for the 3 stages. Therefore the same, using the same signal flow graph, you can compute the DFT. Okay. Now before starting the computation in DIT algorithm, first we need to write down the given input sequence in the bit reversed order. Bit reversed order. Okay. That is, you will have to rearrange the terms, rearrange the sequences. So what is that bit reversed order? For example, x of 0 is nothing but x 0 0 0. So x of 1 is x of 0 0 1. Okay. So if you reverse this 0 0 0, you are going to get again 0 only. But if you reverse 0 0 1, it will be x of 1 0 0. So therefore x of 0 0, it is again x of 0 only. But here it is x of 4. That is, if you bit reverse, you are going to automatically sort out the sequence for the DIT algorithm. Similarly, so x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, 5, 6, we have x of 7. So write in the binary, 3-bit binary form first, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, x of 1 0 0, this is x of 1 0 1, 1 1 0, then 1 1 1. So now you go on writing the bit reversed sequence. So this is done simply to get the sorted sequence for the decimate, or you have to get the decimated sequence. Okay, so therefore by doing this you are readily going to get the decimated sequence in the even and the odd formats. Now just reverse this. So 0 1 0, so now it is 0 1 0, then this is x of 1 1 0, the reversed order, next 0 0 1. Okay, so now I am writing in this column the bit reversed order it is. So it is again 1 not 1 only. So now it is 6 will become 0 1 1, and last it will be same x 1 1. Okay, so therefore now you go on writing the sequence. So for this column, this is the usual order. So this is the bit reversed order. Okay, so this is bit reversed order. So now you write down the sample values. The first one will be x of 0, second will be x of 4, next will be it is x of 2, then 1 1 0, x of 6, after x of 6 it is 0 0 1, so x of 1, then 1 0 1, that is x of 5, then x of 0 1 1 is there, so it is x of 3, and the last one it is x of 7. Okay, so now by writing in the bit reversed order, so you are going to write directly the decimated sequence itself. So otherwise you can even write by choosing the even and odd samples also. Okay, otherwise it is the better method. So therefore you just compare with the first stage. So always we are writing in the sorted manner or decimated sequence like this only, x of 0 4 2 6 1 5 3 7. Okay, so therefore now this we want as the input for the first stage. Okay, so therefore come to this first stage computation. first stage computation. Okay. Now in the first stage computation, the inputs are the decimated samples, that is x of 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 7. So write them in the same order, but now we will have to write what is the x of 0 from the given sequence. Okay, so here itself I'll mark first to 2 is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so here what is the x of 0th sample? It is 2. X of 4th sample is 1. X of 2 sample is again 2. X of 6th sample is 1. So x of 1 sample is again 2. X of 5 is 1. X of 3 sample is 2. X of 7 is again 1. So therefore here substitute from the given input data. So what are the sample values? Okay, so now the inputs are rearranged as 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so you can write directly like this also. So or else can just write a table like this. Okay, you just write a table like this: x of 0, what is the given value, then x of 1, x of 2, okay, x of 3. So from the given problem you have 2, 2, 2, 2 are the first 4 samples, then x of 4, 5, 6 and last one 7, 1, 1, 1, 1. So first write down the given problem like this, input samples. So later on you can easily identify what is the value. So here when you write a decimated sequence, directly you can choose from this table. Say for example x of 0 is how much? 2. What is the x of 4 value? It is 1. X of 2 value from this table is 2. X of 6 is again 1. Okay, so x of 1 is 2. X of 5 is 1. Okay, similarly x of 3 is 2. X of 7 is 1. Okay, so you can write a table like this, then you can substitute, or else directly from the problem itself if it is easy for you to identify. Okay, so here itself you can mark the samples and write down. So ultimately before entering into the first stage, this decimated sequence should be ready, and now this will act as a input for the first stage. Okay, so therefore the first stage computation, so as we have done in that 4-point calculation also. Okay, so just go on writing this. So x of 0, x of 4, x of 0, x of 4. So there itself you can write the values also, 2, 1. Then what's the next pair? Next pair is x of 2 and x of 6. Next pair is 1, 5. And next last pair is x of 3 and x of 7. X of 3 and x of 7. So list out all them. So now you substitute the corresponding values. 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1. Again 2 and 1. These are the inputs to the first stage. Now in the first stage we know that total factor values are all 1. So therefore directly you can write this simple butterfly diagram. Join this. This is the first stage. So here 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1, because you just recall the first stage equations. They are x of 0 plus x of 4, one equation. Other one is x of 0 minus x of 4. That's why on the signal flow graph you mark itself 1 and minus 1. Once this is ready, it is just simply addition, subtraction between the corresponding values. So here it is 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. Next 2 minus 1. So you need not again multiply by minus. Already the negative sign we have included on the signal flow graph itself. So directly you need to multiply the signal sample value. 1 into minus 1, minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Similarly, as it is simply a repetition of 2, 1, 2, 1 in all the blocks, the same answer you are going to get. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Then so 2 here, this 2, 1 into minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Similarly 2 into 1 2, 1 into 1 1, 3. So 2 minus 1 is 1, again 2 plus 1 equal to 3, 2 minus equal to 1. Okay, so first stage computation is always very easy. All 12 factor values are 1. Okay, so it is just an addition and subtraction directly between the samples itself. Okay? So therefore the first stage results are 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1, 8 samples. Now they will pass into the second stage as inputs. This is the first stage. So going to the second stage. So second stage, so we get the 12 factor multiplication. So therefore neatly you need to draw the second stage, but before that we will write what are the inputs for the second stage. So the inputs for the second stage are 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1. That is the result of the first stage. That's all. Okay, so now you need to apply these 8 samples as it is. Okay, so here no further decimation and all is required. Decimation, reordering, everything is only in the first stage, that's all. Okay, so the second stage, simply the signals will pass on. Okay, so therefore before drawing I'll first mark, write all the input sequences 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 inputs. So now here you need to show the 12 factors and then their interconnections. So therefore while drawing the signal flow graph, see that they are neatly represented. Okay, so now for the second stage, what are the 12 factors? 1 1 1. So here fourth one will be minus j. Why it is minus j? Because we are going to get w raised to 1 4. So this is directly from the our signal flow graph for the second stage. Okay, so here on the signal flow graph you need not again do it and show how it is minus j. So obviously it will be minus j only. And similarly for the next to 4 again mark 1 1 1 and then minus j. Okay, so for the 8-point DFT calculation these values will not change. So first 3 are 1s, last one will be the minus j. Again first 3 are 1s, last one will be minus j. So once you mark all these 12 factors, so now here you have to mark the signs also. So addition and the subtraction between the signals. So in case of second stage it will be 1 1 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. Similarly 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so mark this 1 1 minus 1 minus 1, then 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so these are the signs. So then as usual the signal flow graph. So connect the third one to the first. So third point connected to the first one. Therefore it is addition between. Now so now you just complete the calculation there itself. Okay, so whenever you draw a connecting branch, so there itself you write whether it is addition or the subtraction. So here I am showing you for the first calculation 3 into 1 into 1. So 3. So next come to this third sample, 3 into 1 into how much it is? It is again 1 only, 1. So 3 plus 3. Okay, so that is equal to 6. So first sample value here is 6. Okay. Similarly generate the second one. To get the second one we need to connect the fourth one with the second branch value, it is 1. Okay, so now it is write down carefully the signal values. So 1 into 1 into 1. So first is 1. Now the second term, while writing the second term carefully you have to multiply. So it is, you first write 1 plus only. Later we will see if there is any sign change. Okay. 1 into minus j. Okay, so it is 1 into minus j. That product is minus j will directly be added. So therefore 1 into minus j. So therefore here result will be 1 minus j. The second answer will be 1 minus j. Similarly, third one. While getting the third one, you have to join the first. Okay, so and there itself you have to write the answer. 3 into 1, obviously 3. But here, second term, while writing the second term, see that now the negative subtraction will start. Okay, 3 into 1 into minus 1. So therefore, 3 into minus 1, it is minus 3, 0, 0. Similarly, to generate the fourth sample, connect the second with the fourth. Now 3 into 1, 3. But now the second part, so first write plus only, first write plus. Then according to the multiplication, that product sign may change or it may be same. Later we will see it. So now we have to multiply 1 into minus j, minus j into minus 1, it will be plus j. So 3, sorry, here it is 1 now. Okay, 1. So 1 plus j. So answer will be here 1 plus j. So therefore first 4 samples are 6, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j. Okay. Similarly, the next 4. So tell me the next 4 values.
Ma'am, same as above.
Yes. The first
6.
sample here will be 6.
6.
6. Next one.
1 minus j.
Next
0.
0. Next
1 plus j.
1 plus j. Okay. So therefore for the second half, 6, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j. 1 plus j. Okay. So therefore now you just list out here output of okay, second stage. Output of second stage will be 6, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j, comma 6, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j. This is the second stage result. So now they will act as inputs, okay, to the third stage. So now draw the third stage signal flow graph. So this is the second stage. See, individually stage-wise calculation, you have to neatly draw the signal flow graph for stage-wise. Later on, you can combine and draw a single signal flow graph. But here, so in order to get the answers without any mistakes, so it is better you do stage-wise only. Then third stage. Now for the third stage, these values, that is output from the second stage, will act as inputs. So here you list. So now I am writing the third stage computation. Okay, so the third stage, so carefully you need to complete. Okay, so first list all the inputs, that is what are they? 6, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j, again 6, 1 minus j, 6 1 minus j 0 1 plus j 1 plus j. So then draw the signal flow graph. Signal flow graph. So first here also see that there is a sufficient space to write the Tudor factor values. Okay. So here first four are 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, remaining w raised to 0, w raised to 1, 2 and 3. So again therefore fifth one is also 1 only. But what is the next value? W raised to 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now we will have to substitute what is the value of w raised to 1 with the suffix 8. Okay, w raised to 2 suffix 8, w raised to 3 suffix 8. Okay, so before writing onto the first stage, okay, so you need to compute them. See, w raised to 1 8. Okay, w raised to 1 8, its value will be 1 by root 2. Okay, 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. So now this value I am going to mark it on the signal flow graph. So here it is 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. So similarly second one w raised to 2. Okay, w raised to 2 value will be, suffix is 8 here as it is a third stage. So its value will be simply minus j. Its value is minus j. So therefore on the signal flow graph, okay, on the signal flow graph I will write minus j. Similarly, one more, w raised to 3 suffix 8. Okay, so w raised to 3 suffix 8, its value will be minus 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. Okay, now this also you need to mark on the signal flow graph here on the last line. It is minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. Okay, these are the Tudor factor values for the last stage. Okay, and in every 8-point problem that will be common. In every 8-point DFT calculation the values will be same. 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2, then minus j, last one minus 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. That 1 by root 2 you can further simplify also, or else you can retain as it is. Then complete the signal flow graph first. So first you need to mark. So as it is the third stage, okay, so you have 4 ones first, 1 1 1 1, and then we have 4 minus ones, minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, 4 minus ones. So first 4 ones, then 4 minus ones. Okay. So now join the branches, that is fifth one with the first. Fifth one with the first. So this is the first point. So here what we are doing, we are adding 6 into 1 into 1. The first answer will be 6. 6. What is the next term? Plus 6 into 1 that is equal to 6, that will be added here. 6 plus 6, therefore the first answer will be 12. Okay, so this 12 is actually what it is. It is x of 0. The first DFT sample, x of 0 it is. Then similarly, the second one. Now, we are calculating the second sample, that is x of 1. So, just count what is the signal here on the left side. It is 1 minus j into 1 into 1. So, therefore, it will be 1 minus j only. This is 1 minus j plus, you write plus. So, this will be added or subtracted with the, just come to the sixth node. What we have there, 1 minus j as the input sample. 1 minus j will be getting multiplied by 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. Okay, so write first completely the product. No need to simplify there itself in a hurry. Complete first the product. 1 minus j into 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. Write down the complete product and then go for the simplification. So when you simplify this, you are going to get 1 minus j 2.414. 1 minus j 2.414. Okay, so writing this is important. The signal sample value and the Tudor factor. Okay, so with the proper signs, that is the second sum. So now what we have generated, this is actually x of 1 it is. Similarly here you are generating x of 2, this is x of 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, then this will be x of 4, here x of 5, x of 6 and x of 7. Okay, so for x of 2, one input is 0 into 1 into 1. Okay, one input is 0 plus. So next join the seventh one, okay, with the 0. So there also we have what? 0 into minus j, again it is 0. So therefore x of 2 sample is 0. X of 2 sample is 0. Okay. Similarly, go for x of 3 computation. X of 3. Okay. X of 3 is, we have 1 plus j into 1. So first term will be 1 plus j. Okay, the second part will be, just join this signal flow graph and see with which it is added. The last sample, that is, first write down the product. 1 plus j into, okay, first you have to clearly write the product here. 1 plus j into, now here 1 plus j will pass into the branch whose Tudor factor is minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. So this multiplication should be done correctly. Minus here 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2. So simplify this. So this is going to give us 1 minus j 0.414. 1 minus j 0.414. Okay. So similarly you need to compute x of 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So x of 4, this will be 6 minus 6. So first one join with the fifth point. So 6 minus 6, 0. 0. So similarly, complete the signal flow graph. So go on adding the corresponding samples. So and see that, okay. So x of 5. What is the solution for x of 5? It's addition between 1 minus j and 0. So here 1 minus, see here I will write x of, for x of 5 it is first term is 1 minus j. Okay, the next term will be see here 1 minus j into 1 by root 2 minus j 1 by root 2, that into minus 1, that into minus 1. So therefore 1 minus j minus 1 minus j into this product. Okay, so now for this x of 5, what is the sample value? X of 5,
1 plus j
1 plus
j 0.414.
414. Okay, 1 plus j 0.414. That's all. What is needed is be careful while multiplying the signs here. Okay, as well as the total factors in the last stage, particularly in the last stage. So first and second are relatively easier, but in the third stage, that too in the second half, okay, it needs a careful multiplication. Okay, and similarly, so x of 6 you verify that it will be 0, and the last x of 7 will be simply 1 plus j 2.414. 2.414. So therefore the third stage results, now you write a final list. The third stage results are, so I am writing now x of k. Okay, so therefore, so x of k equal to, first x of 0 is 12, next sample x of 1 value is 1 minus j 2.414, next is 0, then 1 minus j 0.414. They are the first 4 values. Later on again I have 0, then 1 plus j 0.414, 0, 1 plus j 2.414. Okay, so totally the 8 DFT samples are calculated at the end of the third stage. So now you can you should observe that even though input samples are decimated or they are written in the bit reversed order, but finally here in the third stage you are getting the samples in the sequence in the same order. Okay, that is first DFT sample generated will be x of 0, next will be x of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, x of 7. Okay, whereas input was given in the bit reversed order, whereas output is available in the normal or regular order. Okay, so this is the feature in the DIT calculation. Okay, so now this is how you can compute the 8-point DFTs of any input sequence by following the same procedure. So only thing is, while multiplying the total factors with the corresponding sample values, okay, the signs, everything should be taken care of. So otherwise, if one sample goes wrong, suppose say in second stage, the same will act as an input in the third stage, and your third stage result will also go wrong. Okay, so therefore this is how you can show the DFT calculation using signal flow graph. Now the same DIT algorithm, it can also be used to calculate IDFTs also, IDFT also. So now what is the theme, or what is the procedure here for calculating IDFT is, okay, you have to compute IDFT using DFT only, using DFT, computation of IDFT using DFT, using DIT algorithm, DIT FFT algorithm, DIT FFT algorithm. Now this method we have done even in the matrix method also. Okay, that is calculation of IDFT using DFT only. Okay, but now you are employing the FFT algorithm to do the computation, that's all. So there we have used this equation. So x of n is equal to, that is, this IDFT equation is modified like this, so that we can use the DFT. x of n equal to 1 by n summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x star of k. X star of k. You have to take the complex conjugate of the given DFT samples, and for that you have to perform the DFT w raised to kn, and the whole process should be again taken complex conjugate. Okay, and that should be divided by 1 by n. Even the same equation we have used while doing the matrix method also. Now only difference is, see, whatever this DFT calculation is there, okay, so this we used to do it with the matrix. Now we have to do it with the FFT algorithm. That is by applying the signal flow graph. That's all. Okay, so there is no other change. So for example, here is one problem. Compute IDFT of the sequence. Compute IDFT of the sequence x of k equal to 2020. So what is given? This is the x of k is given. Okay. So therefore now to calculate IDFT using DFT, what we need? So in the solution, write. Okay. So first you have to write x star of k. So x star of k will be again the same sequence because all are real here. So therefore 2020 only. If there were any complex numbers, we would have inverted plus j to minus j and minus to plus. Okay, now as I have taken a simple sequence because my intention is to show how to use the signal flow graph in IDFT computation. Okay, so in the problem it was given that x of k is 2020. Now we will have to calculate IDFT using signal flow graph method. Now what the procedure says, first you need to compute x star of k. So as it is a real sequence, so x star of k is also same 2020 only. Okay, so now to perform DFT computation using DIT, what is the first step? First step is always rearranging the bits. You have to write in the bit reversed order. So now it is a 4 sample. We have a n equal to 4 sample sequence it is. Okay, so therefore we will have to write in the bit reversed order. That is, first you have to write x star of 0. See, now they will, x star of k values will act as inputs for the algorithm because we are calculating IDFT now. Next will be x star of 2, it is x star of 2. The next value will be x star of 1. Next it will be 3 in the bit reversed order for n equal to 4. For n equal to 8 we have seen in the last problem. Okay, so 0 to 4, 6 like that. Now for n equal to 4, okay, it will be 0 to 1, 3 decimated sequence. What we are decimating now? X star of k sequence is decimated and written. So now as n is equal to 4 here, it is 2 square. That is we need only 2 stages of computation. Okay, so we will draw only the signal flow graph for the 2 stages. So now write what is x star of 0. X star of 0 is 2. Okay, this is the first sample. X star of 0 is 2. Then x star of 2. This is 0, 1, 2. This is also 2 only. Okay, so this sample is x star of 0, x star of 1, 2, 3. So correspondingly you write x star of 1 is 0. The last one is also 0. So this 2020 is written in the bit reversed order 2200. 2200. Okay. So now this is the input to the first stage. So first stage computation. One minus 1, 1 minus 1. Okay. So just compute. So first stage results are, tell me. 2200 are the inputs. So therefore you are going to get 400. So these 400 are going as inputs to the next stage. So here itself you can compute the signal flow graph or you can write separately also. So now show the Tudor factors 111 minus j, 111 minus j, and then complete the graph. So it will be 1 1 minus minus 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. So just we have very simple numbers 4 0 0 0. Just perform according to the rule. It will be 4 plus 0 4. Next sample value you are going to get is 0. Next value will be 4. Next will be 0. Okay, it is just an addition subtraction, that's all. As we have so many zeros only, it should not be a problem to calculate. So 4040 is a. So therefore, finally what is x of n? X of n is 1 by 4 times of 4040. So this will be equal to 1010. Okay, now this part should not be forgotten. 1 by n into this part. Okay, so this is over. Okay, then the resulting solution should be multiplied by 1 by 4 as n is equal to 4. Therefore, x of n, that is IDFT sequence x of n, is 1 by 4 into 4040. It is easily divided by 4. So the resulting answer will be 1010. Okay. So now this is how we can make use of signal flow graph in order to compute the IDFTs also. Okay. So you are skipping lot of calculations, equations, matrix, everything. By just drawing the simple signal flow graph, it is possible to get the IDFT values also. Okay. So now whatever may be the given sequence, you need to follow the same signal flow graph pattern here. That's all. Okay. So therefore, you can just try other examples also on the same line.